too sure why that late change was made. However, we're underway here. The whistle goes from Jessica Beard. France in their blue jerseys, Russia in the red with white and blue tops, blue shorts, and on the attack. Marina Petrova acts as the scrum half, the roll there by Daria Lushina. So France away with the ball, attacking out wide now there through Caroline Ladanou. Ladanou on the outside, Ladanou! Oh, what a marvellous try on the wide outside arc. Ladanou for the opening score, and there's only 30 seconds on the clock.
What a try from Caroline Ladanou. Just good hands from France, really, then get the ball out to her in the open spaces.
Number 7, Caroline Ladanou.
Just shows what she can do given space on the outside, and makes it all the more surprising that she didn't even take the field in the quarter-final against England. A try really that she made all by herself. The dummy switch round the outside, brilliant finish. That's what Caroline Ladanou can do.
Please, David Gauthier, the French coach, and from around the stands here in the Kennesaw State University, the cry goes out, Allez les Bleus, which for those of you who don't know their French means go blue. The kick-off then for Russia, held up in the air, but Kristina Seredina manages to slip the pass away. Petrova has to go down and recycle that ball. Kudanova, the Russian skipper, ball in hand there. Now, was that the knock-on? Oh, Azat Hamidova with the knock-on, the big strapping number 5 there.
Real let-off for France.
Knocked on by Russia for quick tap.
We listened to Dan Stanford yesterday telling us you need to put the ball on the floor, kick it through the mark, avoid the mistakes, but even then when you do it that way, you've still got to make sure you pick the ball up.
Pauline Biscarat feeds the scrum right behind there, playing in the fly-half position. Clémence Roussier, look at the quality of the pass to Ladanou, and then not so much good quality with that pass there, and back goes Camille Grazineau, who has to trap back. She then takes on the outside Arina Bistrova. So France recycling the ball. Biscara Ladanou. Dummy switch play. Sets up. Fanny Horta. So put under a little bit of pressure there. Biscara. France just running the channels here. Just trying to set up their attack phase. Route number 1 though is good from Camille Grazineau. Ladanou once again. Ladanou, double trouble for Russia as Caroline Ladanou goes in for her second try of the tie, her 4th of the weekend, and she's in fine fettle, the French flyer.
Yeah, there she goes again, Caroline Ladanou, 4th try in Atlanta this weekend, but she's hardly played, certainly didn't play the quarter-final. Mayan runs across the pitch, Grazineau gives it a bit of go forward, importantly keeps the ball alive, pops it up to Biscara, into the hands of Ladanou, who looks up and sees a big gaping hole in front of her. She has the power to go through the gap. Why wasn't she playing in the quarter-final?
Well, we've noticed that David Gauthier has rotated his squad throughout this weekend as the scrum half, Pauline Biscarat, just slots over the conversion and sends the French team out to a healthy lead. 12 points to 0 then. Hamidova under pressure there in the contact from Marjorie Mayans. Mayans, who's noted as a big tackler for this French team. So tap and go by Petrova. Marina Petrova gets the switch. Kudanova, such an important playmaker for this Russian team. My apologies, that was actually Daria Lushina. Here's Kudanova. Peristaya with the distinctive headband. And then Arina Bistrova held in the tackle there, but from an offside position, France were penalised. So here's Kudanova. Kudanova gets the switch play from Petrova.
on the ground.
Russia just not capitalising on these attacking opportunities, Sudi.
Cool, doing it like that.
No, and France typically being really strong in the breakdown. That time I think it was Caroline Ladanouf who got in, trying to turn the ball over. Yeah, it's a really direct line.
That's great.
Really direct line from Petrova.
That worked better
But
for
in
you?
the end,
Because he's kind of going to stay behind me so the players
contact
don't.
skills are equal to it.
Just not three of us
Talking
in a
about
row.
David Gutex
exactly.
changing things up, not only is he rotating his squad, but he's rotating positions. We're seeing Fanny Horta in the forwards, which we never see. Camille Gracineau out here on the wing, which we normally never see. He's trying to see what his squad can offer him in terms of flexibility come Rio.
Well, France won the plate competition in Sao Paulo in February by 17 points to 5 over Fiji. We're looking to get into the final of the competition here in Atlanta now. Styak steps and goes, releases the ball there to Daria Lishina. Lishina out to Bystrova. Bystrova, ball a little bit scrappy. That fluency that we saw in their opening game today in the quarterfinal against England, that fluency not quite there.
No, Russia have looked out of sorts, haven't they, this tournament? They strung a pretty good performance together against England, but it's really not quite there this tournament.
Baranovsky is to be in charge of the men's team. He was handed the responsibility of the women's team. He has made an improvement. If there was an Oscar for a coach award of animation, he would certainly win it. He is the most passionate coach around. Well, that was an illegal tackle from France, but eventually Russia come away with the ball as Kristina Saladina gets a try back right on half-time. And is that the catalyst that this Russian team are looking for to spark a second-half performance?
Could well be, couldn't it? Seredina finished it off, but it was the strength in the breakdown of Hamidova that made it. She managed to power through the ruck, then feed the ball back and gets into the hands of the stocky Seredina, who finishes it off. As you say, Russia right back in the game.
Just for halftime, you can stay with us to get us off the field.
So that'll be the last bit of play here in half-time. So half-time here in the first plate semi-final between Russia and France. France leading by 12 points to 5.
Стоять на ногах, у вас же все получается. Зачем вы падаете на землю? Объясните мне. Я с тобой 1000 раз уже говорю. Ну не бегайте вперед раньше времени. Ну держи эту глубину. Ну ты же прибегаешь, ты не можешь их обыграть. Тебя все время в аут выкидывают. Ну твоя задача, если тебя уже в аут, значит подрезать и идти в центр. Играть кресты. Ну не беги вперед раньше времени. Ну выжди себе глубину, найди. Ну научись играть, чтобы тебе мячи сохранялись. У нас же нет мячей. Дальше. Вы подбираете мячи, они вам отдают подбирать. Байзак, ну просто нельзя отдавать мячи. Ну начинайте вы их напрягать. Вот они сейчас просто ничего не делают. Они вас легко обыгрывают. Ну начните чуть-чуть борьбы, дайте.
First of all, apologies to any of our Russian viewers for any choice words from Pavel Baranovsky.
Et garnissez l'axe. D'accord. Ensuite, je veux un pivot tout le temps, tout le temps, tout le temps. Et vous gueulez, vous sortez, vous parlez sur les sorts. Ensuite, gardez vos appuis au contact en défense. Gardez vos appuis au contact. Il faut offensivement, quand vous rentrez ou en défense, vous allez au bassin et on pousse, on pousse, on pousse, on lève, on pousse, on pousse, on pousse, on lève. Et on vient aider. L'instant de backer se fait au sol. Si les deux suites elles sont là, on lâche et on avance à eux. Que ça. D'accord? C'est bon? Allez, c'est parti.
Alongside me in the commentary box, Scott Hastings and Sue. Sue, I know you do speak a little bit of French. Could you translate for us, please?
He said something about being careful in the contact. He said something about pushing up, and then he said, "That's it. That's all I got for you, Scott."
Well, it's such a special quality of rugby sevens, isn't it, that we can listen in to the half-time direction from each of the coaches. So Nadezhda Kudanova kicks off the second half plate semi-final between Russia and France, and it's France straight on the tap. Caroline Ladanout. The pass was given well to Clémence Grossier, but here's the counter-attack now. Baizat Hamidova, she stuck the ball under her arm, but the loop play by Kudanova. Kudanova will be back in. And we talked about the try at the end of the first half from Kristina Seredina to give the Russians confidence, and the Russian captain has backed it up with a try in the opening 30 seconds here in the second half.
Captain on captain, Kudinova finished it off. It's this turnover it all came from, and Grassino, we almost never see mistakes from her, but it's her that coughed the ball up to Kudinova, and then it's Kudinova who finds herself on the other end of the move, rounds her opposite number, the French captain, Urta, and she's in under the post, and this time makes no mistake.
Well, we saw Nadezhda Kudinova miss a kick against England in front of the post. This time, she's got it right, and this time, she squared the scores at 12 points apiece. So remember, the scoring team in sevens will kick off. It's a bit of a wobbly one, timed there originally by Marjorie Mayans, but picked up and recycled by France. Mayans to Ladanu. Oh, the ball was lost there, so Russia will get the put in at the scrum here.
I'm pretty sure their coach said at half-time, be careful in the contact area. France have coughed the ball up twice now in less than 2 minutes. You cannot afford to do that. In top-level sevens, you give the ball away, you give points away.
Bind. Sit.
Kudinova will feed the scrum. Oh, lovely little feet from Kudinova. Tackled by Caroline Ladanu. Falling back into Petrova. Bistrova on that far outside channel, tries to get the hand in on Camille Grassino, but manages to get the ball back, so Russia on the attack here. There was players outside. Oh, Kudinova kicked the angle, and unselfishly, Hamidova at that sees Russia into the lead for the first time in this match.
The French defence at sixes and sevens, the first break came because Ladanu rushed out of the line. You watch it off this scrum, Ladanu comes right up, leaving the gap for Kudinova to go through. Then when she gets back to make the tackle, but then France recycle, and 2 players on 1 in defence. You've got to stay out on your player, and that's what created the overlap. French defence all over the place.
So the kick from Kristina Seredina from out wide. What I liked about that try, though, was that the Russian skipper Kudinova, she cut a good angle. Look at this, didn't quite have the pace, but threw the pass immediately to Hamidova, who went over.
Nearly died on Hamidova, didn't it? Kudinova desperate to get the pass out of contact, and he went up and down rather than straight across, but it made it, it got there. Really good vision from Kudinova, and she was at the heart of that. 2 breaks.
Shani Mota then comes off the French captain. Well, Kudinova, it's a poor kick, which will give the tap restart to Pauline Biscarat. Biscarat shows the dummy. Now the long, leggy Lauren Fouquet. So numbers over on that wide outside. If they can move it to the left, France, they can stretch this Russian defence. Probing Caroline Ladanu. Ladanu gets the support. Now this stringing of the passes is crucial for France. Oh, it was a poor pass off the left hand by Lauriane Foucault.
Commentators curse Scott. You said what they needed was just getting their passing right, just had to get out in the hands of Guerin on the outside. Here it comes, just gets slung down onto the floor and forwards, I think. France not really playing forwards, and she pointed her hands down to the floor, didn't she? France not playing with their heads up there. There were a couple of times there was big gaping holes in the Russian defence, and they just passed it on down the line.
Kudinova, the Russian skipper, will feed the ball in at the scrum. Stayak. See the way she sucked in 2 tacklers from France there, which released on the wide outside arena. Bistrova, this busy winger. Recycle possession then. Maria Perestayak. Ball bounces favourably for Seradina. And now the attack is Petrova. Petrova towards the 22-metre line. Advantage being played here. Yeah, high tackle was adjudged. Christina Seradina takes a quick tap and go. This chunky, stocky player, and then stepping back in is Daria Lishina. Lishina, oh, thumping tackle that came in there from Ladanu. Super tackle. And the Russian Maria Perestyak still down, but play goes on and try time here for Irina Bystrova. Well, there was a Russian colleague of hers that was down, but suddenly Russia continued to play their rugby football, and they were rewarded with a try for Bystrova.
Yeah, they got the possession because of this hit. Bang from Caroline Ladanu, but fortunately for them it goes backwards. Graciano dives on it, but she's completely isolated, so has to let Kudinova play it. Kudinova then just a simple pass out into the hands of Bystrova. Goodness me, what a hit from Caroline Ladanu, for all for nothing for France in the end.
Well, she is tough, isn't she, Maria Perestyak? Well, she's been in the wars this week with the head swathed in bandages. And Sudé, as we close out this plate semi-final, Russia almost possessed in the way they played the game. We expected so much more of France, but is it just the sheer determination and coaching prowess of Pavel Baranovsky who gets the best out of his team?
Yeah, they've certainly looked more organised today, haven't they? France, on the other hand, completely the opposite. They do play with a lot of power and passion, this Russian side.
So it will be the last play of this tie. Ball coming back on France's side, Clémence Gossier. Then Marjorie Mayans. You can see how physical it is out there when well, the speed and the velocity of the players when they're hitting each other in the contact.
Rolling, too slow, 2 in a row.
Biskara, quick tap and go. Marjorie Mayans. Extra player out here. Fumbles and it's knocked on by Chloe Pelly. And well, France's disappointment continues with the last play of the game. Full time, says referee Jessica Beard.